Well, hello there, kids. Welcome to the Dill Learning Channel. Today we are going to be doing multiplication. We are multiplying by 2. It is a quick lesson to teach you about multiplying by 2s. So let's go ahead and get started. The first math vocabulary that you should understand when dealing with multiplying by 2 is the word doubles or double. So here is a good math clue for you to understand is that when you are multiplying by 2, you are just doubling the number. You are doubling the number. So we see over here everything or every number over here on the right side are 2's. And the first number on the left side are what is going to change. So if we're multiplying from 1 to 10, we know that we are going to double those numbers, okay? So here's the trick. If we're multiplying 1 times 2, we know 1 times 2 is also 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. So we know that 1 plus 1 equals 2. So all you are doing is doubling the number. It's just a quicker way to say 1 plus 1. That is only with the rule for multiplying by 2. Just remember, when you multiply by 2, you are doubling the number. These are doubles. So we know 1 times 2 equals 2 because we know that 1 plus 1 equals 2. If we move on to 2 times 2, we are doubling the 2. So we know what is the double of 2 when adding. 2 plus 2 equals 4. This is a math rule when multiplying by 2. So when we have 2 times 2, we can automatically remind ourselves that means 2 plus 2. So what's 2 plus 2? 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. Let's move on to 3. When we multiply 3 times 2, we say in our minds, okay, well, that's a double. So what is 3 plus 3? Well, 3 plus 3 is 6. So we know that 3 times 2 is also 6. This lesson is to teach you the concept of multiplying by 2 and the guided direction on how to multiply by 2. There are also other tricks to understand how to multiply by 2, but this particular video is to teach you the procedural concept and the process of getting to that answer when you are multiplying by 2. So we know we are doubling. So let's go to 4. Okay, what is 4 times 2? Well, if we double it with adding, it becomes 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So now we know that 4 times 2 equals 8. Same thing with 5. 5 times 2, well, what is 5 plus 5? 5 plus 5 equals 10. So we automatically know that 5 times 2 is also going to equal 10. 6 times 2, we double that 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. So we know that 6 times 2 equals 12. If we double 7 and 7 times 2, then we know that 7 plus 7 equals 14. So 7 times 2 also equals 14. Let's look at 8 times 2. We need to add 8 plus 8, which is the double of 8. So 8 plus 8 equals 16. 8 times 2 is also going to equal 16. Now let's look at 9 times 2. 9 times 2 is also 9 plus 9. So what is 9 plus 9? 9 plus 9 is 18. So we know that our answer is also going to be 18 for 9 times 2. Last, let's look at 10 times 2. We're doubling the 10. So we know that 10 times 2 also equals 10 plus 10. So that will be 20. So now we know that 10 times 2 equals 20. That 2 means to double it. You can do this all the way up to even 10 with doubling. It gets a little bit more trickier after 10. So, but for right now, I'm just showing you how to multiply by 2 up to 10, and that is doubling the number. That is doubling the number. So I hope this helps. I hope that this is a quick concept for you to understand that when you're multiplying by 2 up to 10, that you double the number, and then it can work up to a certain number, but it gets a little bit tricky as you get in the higher numbers. But for primary levels, they usually just are talking about up to 10, and that's how, or up to 12, multiplying up to 12 actually. But we just, for this video's sake, we just went to 10 just to give you the concept and the idea, so that when you're looking at your multiplication facts, you know that it is doubling. Now, the one thing about multiplication, it is memorization. So usually you will memorize your facts up to 12, from 1 to 12. So, but this is a good way to understand. If you do not memorize how to multiply by 2, then you know that it is doubling. If you're memorizing it, it will be just like flashcards and sight words. So you would memorize what 1 times 2 is, what 2 times 2 is, and then that becomes a multiplication fact. That means that you're memorizing it, and that's normally what you will do when you're doing multiplying by 2s, 5s, 4s, 3s. All of that you will have to remotely know by memory. I am so glad that we had the opportunity to multiply by 2 and walk through the process of how to multiply by 2. Until then, or until next time, please share with your family and friends, and keep using the Dill Learning channel to help you with your learning, and so that you can become a great genius as well. Goodbye.